Reggie Weatherspoon, the ball carrier.
Yep, it's up.
Gain of 12 yards. There's a penalty flag in the backfield.
And welcome, I believe we are live now with 7:55 to go in the first quarter. You haven't missed much, but Bishop Blanchet does lead the Garfield Bulldogs 6-0 here. 7 minutes 55 seconds remain in the first quarter. And the Bulldogs just received a holding penalty on a nice gain by Reggie Witherspoon to the near side. And now Caminong will take the team to the huddle. Bulldogs have not looked efficient in any of the three stages of the game so far. They don't seem to look sharp early, and sometimes when you're playing a little bit of a weaker opponent like Blanchet is known to be, it can be a problem. They don't get prepared enough for the game as Caminong rolls to the near side and he scrambles. He's going to take it himself and run for about 4 or 5 yards. Pardon me, that was 10 yards. And that'll bring it to 3rd down and about 13 for the Garfield Bulldogs.
Correction, that's a 5-yard game. The ball is spotted at the 17-yard line. 3rd down and 13 yards.
PA announcer was incorrect. It was only a 5-yard gain. And now Caminong will be in the shotgun. Got Jimmy Miller, recently healed from an ankle injury, to his right side, and see what he does here. So he'll drop back to pass, he'll look to his left and throw deep, and he finds his man. Will he have enough to get to the first down? And he will indeed. The catch is made by Jason Findlay. And that'll be good enough to move the sticks for the Bulldogs, their first down of the game.
13 yards and a first down for the Bulldogs.
Minus the pass interference penalty that they had called earlier in favor of the Bulldogs. It has been a tough game for them so far. On defense, just got absolutely pummeled. The guys on the line were giving up big rushes left and right, but you got to acknowledge when you're playing a threat like Sam Merriman, it's always hard to get started early. As Caminong will hand to Miller, and Miller off the left side has some good room to run, and a very physical guy is dragging just about the whole team with him, and I believe he gets a first down, a run of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks yet again. And Jimmy Miller is one guy they missed last week at Prep. Unfortunately, it didn't matter much for the Panthers of Seattle Prep, as the Bulldogs did come away with a 45-7 win last week, even without star running back Jimmy Miller. But their freshmen come through, including guys like Raylan Witherspoon alongside Israel Nabors have made a fantastic difference as class of 2026 true freshmen. And there's the handoff, but he's stopped in the backfield very efficiently, and that's been a guy who's been all over the field to this point. Wyatt Scholl, the senior. And he has been a playmaker to this point. Had a massive sack on Caminong on the first drive, and now a huge tackle for loss. I believe that was Tawaf Abadou with the carry. And now out trot the Bulldogs. Caminong in the shotgun. Got Abadou to his left. 3 receivers on the near side, including Sajay Jackson, who recently received his first Division I scholarship offer. And Caminong is looking deep, finds his man over the middle. That'll be Jamaica Myers, who keeps going, and is knocked out of bounds at about the 15-yard line.
Pass is complete to Jamaica Myers. That's a gain of 30 yards in the Bulldog first down.
And Jamaica Myers will take the catch and run and do it himself. 30 yards on the reception there. And now Caminong will trot out and give his men the play call. Massive reception on that last one for Myers. He has been a difference maker from out wide for the Bulldogs all year, as this offense looks to get going through the air and then establish the ground game after they've got their opponents scared. As Caminong will crouch down, take the snap, and fake the handoff, roll out to his left. If he gets in open space, he's dangerous with the legs, but he hoses deep to the end zone. It's incomplete. was looking for Reggie Witherspoon, one of the fastest sprinters in this state. Unfortunately, could not catch up to that one. Uncharacteristic miss from Caminong on the rollout.
More on the coverage for the Bears.
But Bishop Blanchet Bears had some nice pressure coming off the left side from the DNs there. And they have been sharp to this point. But this is expected to be a big win for the Bulldogs. So a slow start. Not exactly expected here. But Caminong in the shotgun has one man to his right. That's Abadou, and he'll hand to him. He has a big hole up the center, and he'll take it, running through some guys. Eventually gets down inside the 5 to about the 3. Fantastic bit of work running through some contact from the true freshman.
First down. Colin Campbell with the tackle.
And you'll see the Bulldogs trot out a heavier set now, including number 24, Mike Watkins, I believe, will be out there. Pardon me, that will be number 44, Mike Montgomery, who will block for Abadou, and he is in for the score. Fantastic carry. Could basically just walk in, and he is absolutely untouched for the touchdown. This game is all tied up at 6. And just fantastic work from the Bulldogs O-line. Really, Abadou faced no challenge getting in there for 6. Could have simply walked in, taken his time, maybe had a cup of tea on the way. And out trots 41. That'll be Finn Terry on the kickoff for the Bulldogs. Or pardon me, the point after, and it is up and through. Never a doubt. Finn Terry puts his foot through the ball with confidence as usual. And Garfield back where they want to be in the lead. 6-7. The Bears now trail the Bulldogs. And now Finn Terry back out for the kickoff. Finn Terry in kickoff formation for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs have jumped back out into the lead after falling behind early in this one, but whistles on the kickoff. I believe they'll have to do that one over. And we apologize for a little bit of the late start on the stream. We had some technical issues, but all is good now. You know, leave a comment on the live stream. Tell us how we're doing. Any feedback. My name is Harlan. Leave a comment on the live stream with Bulldog Sports Journal. Tell us how we're doing. Any feedback. My name is Harlan. Leave a comment on the live stream with Bulldog Sports Journal. Tell us how we're doing. Any feedback. My name is Harlan. Leave a comment on the live stream with Bulldog Sports Journal. Tell us how we're doing. Any feedback. My name is Harlan. Leave a comment on the live stream with Bulldog Sports Journal. Tell us how we're doing. Any feedback. My name is Harlan. Leave a comment on the live stream with Bulldog Sports Journal. Tell us how we're doing. Any feedback. My name is Harlan. Leave a comment on the live stream with Bulldog Sports Journal. Tell us how we're doing. Any feedback. My name is Harlan. Leave a comment on the live stream with Bulldog Sports Journal. Tell us how we're doing. Any feedback. My name is Harlan. Leave a comment on the live stream get set. And so now small intermission. As the referees get still not quite clear what the issue is here, but it appears as though they're talking to the linesman on the far side of the field. As the referees get still not quite clear what the issue is here, but it appears as though they're talking to the linesman on the far side of the field. As the referees get still not able to try and get updates on what that was. And now, second down and 7 off the first down carry from Merriman. to test out the audio again here. See if it gets any better. And if not, we may just have to postpone the audio for this one. Once again, sorry for the camera work here. We're trying to troubleshoot. I just have technical difficulties.
First down and 10 from the Bears' 26-yard line.
We're going to try and bring you carries to the right side.
Sam Merriman, the ball carrier.
Just tackled down.
Lots of 4 yards on the play. Dominic Carton was tackled for the Bulldogs. And that's the last play of the first quarter. Your score, Garfield 7 and Bishop Blanchet 6.
Be loud no matter what we do.
21-yard line.
Okay, and welcome back to the stream. Hopefully everything is working better here. Okay, and welcome at the start of the second quarter. Hopefully everything. The Bulldogs lead the Bears 7-6. The second Bears offense has looked good at times and lackluster at others, and same could go for the Bulldogs offense, and neither team has looked very sharp early in this one. Lackluster at others, and same could go for the Bulldogs offense, and neither team has looked very sharp early in this one. Them's the breaks for this side. And so now, Cole Allegro and the Bears offense will start as he drops back, and there's a screen pass to Merriman, who will make one nice cut and have plenty of room up the middle of the field. Eventually brought down, but not before a very sharp gain. Jamaica Myers on the tackle in the middle of the field. Eventually brought down, but not before a very sharp gain. Jamaica Myers on the tackle in the middle of the field.
Jamaica Myers on the tackle for the Bulldogs. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Bears 41. Allegro's pass intended for Michael Erden, incomplete. Mike Montgomery on the coverage.
And we do apologize for the earlier technical difficulties regarding the audio portion of the stream, but hopefully all is good now. And we will try and fix up this camera work, as the technical difficulties seem to have finally worked out at about the 11:36 mark of the second quarter, as Allegro will roll to his left and face some pressure, get hit, drop back, and it's almost intercepted by Jamaica Myers, who couldn't quite make the catch, as it was Will Summers playing a bit of defense on offense for Bishop Blanchet.
Jamaica Myers with the breakup.
But he will still get it past defensed. Jamaica Myers has had a fantastic game, had one big catch earlier, now pass defensed.
Third down and 10 for the Bears 41.
And now, third down and 10 for Cole Allegro and the Bishop Blanchet Bears offense. They have been fierce at times. In week 1, their starting running back, Sam Merriman, was the National High School Athlete of the Week, as there's the screen pass to the left side, and it's immediately broken up. A very nice tackle there coming from number 19, Joe White.
2 yards on the play.
But Michael Erden on the reception had nowhere to go. A little bit of a broken screen pass, as now Sam Merriman, the National High School Boys Athlete of the Week for the first week of this football season, with over 300 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns against Redmond, will go back to punt. A bit of a dual threat for the Bears offense. And now on special teams, we'll see what he can do, as Reggie Witherspoon, the elite speed threat, back to receive for the Bulldogs, and he will have to not quite fair catch it, but just about, as he's immediately brought down by Will Jarvis with some very nice punt coverage. Unfortunately, you know he'd like to get a chance to run that one back. Witherspoon, one of the quickest guys you'll see on a football field in this state. Absolute speed demon. Has the school record at Seattle Academy for the 100-meter dash. And now he'll trot out again with the Bulldogs offense, led by E.J. Caminong at quarterback. He has had an absolutely fantastic season, getting noticed by multiple Pac-12 schools, receiving scholarship offers. Alongside him will be Tawaf Abadou in the backfield. And there's the handoff to him. He shakes off one guy and makes another man work for the tackle, eventually met by 3 different jerseys. And it has been a tough time for this Bulldogs offense getting just about anything going. They have been struggling big time. Only 7 points put up on the board against a team that many thought they would be dominating from the get-go. Has not been as fast of a start as many thought the Bulldogs would have. Of course, E.J. Caminong, their main threat, and he will man the quarterback spot. Look out for wide receivers Sajay Jackson, Reggie Witherspoon, and in the backfield, got a few different guys, as there's the pass out wide. The reception's made and makes one man miss and eventually brought down by 2 guys, but keeping his legs moving. A fantastic bit of work by Armani Improsset on the outside.
Caminong's pass complete to Armani Improsset. Gain of 13 yards on the Bulldog first
just
down.
racking up those passing yards. That'll be good enough to move the sticks for the
Carrier and
Bulldogs.
Butler combining on the tackle for
Some
the
really
Bears.
good work for them earlier, but they have struggled on the last possession. While we were trying to get our audio fixed, they faced a first down and 47. Just penalty after penalty, and they're going to have to clean up those mistakes if they want to do anything with this game, as Caminong looks immediately to his right and dumps it off to Sajay Jackson, but the pass is high. Jackson can't quite reel it in, so it will drop to the turf incomplete on first down.
E.J. Caminong's pass intended for C.J. Jackson.
And again, my name is Harlan Grady. We apologize for the technical difficulties to this point. We're excited to finally get some Garfield football action coming at you live on Garfield Bulldogs Sports Journal. And the Bulldogs, looks like Caminong's not happy with his running back, Abudu, who has had some success in the run game early. But to this point, the Bulldogs have had limited opportunity scoring. Caminong goes to his right. Jackson reels it in, takes a knee involuntarily, and he'll be down for about a gain of 6 on second down and 10.
Caminong's pass complete to Jackson.
And so Jay Jackson, a receiver with a lot of success early in this one. The Garfield Bulldogs 3-0, so obviously as a team they've been doing really well. But beyond that, some of the individual stat lines that we've seen have been really impressive, and a few of those are Caminong and Jackson. Their connection undeniable. The 2 of them, when combining, have been really fantastic to this point. As Caminong will move his back foot for some motion and then toss to Abudu on the right side, and he'll spin off one, make another man miss, and eventually be brought down, but he will get the first down, so the sticks will move for the Bulldogs. Fantastic work by Abudu to keep his legs moving and move those chains, and the Bulldogs will get another shot at it. And in a game many thought that the Bulldogs would dominate up front, they have not done that as much as people would think. They've looked like they've had some trouble blocking early, And whether that's meshing as a unit or just somebody's feeling a little tired tonight on that line, you never like to see that early. Caminong. And that'll be, I believe, Raylan Witherspoon, the freshman in the backfield with Caminong, and he gets the handoff, really great foot speed and quickness, and he's brought down by 3 different green jerseys. And Raylan Witherspoon will be the brother of junior Reggie Witherspoon. And them together, they've been a very impressive tandem.
Second down and 5 yards to go from the Bears 40-yard line.
2 of them, maybe the fastest 2 brothers you'll see on a football field together. As looking to his right is Caminong, and immediately finding his man, who goes for, I believe, just about 7 yards and a first down. Finding Armani and Prosit again on the left side. Going back to that same play call from earlier. And Prosit has had a nice night. 2 catches for about 18 yards. And moving the sticks twice. It'll be interesting to see how the Bulldogs attack. Obviously, their biggest threat is through the air, but once they establish the air attack, they like to start getting it going on the ground, and they'll move to some wildcat, maybe a trick play here. Witherspoon looks to be the one taking the snap. You've got Caminong on the very, very outside receiver spot, as it looked like there was some offsides there, and Witherspoon will take the snap on a free play and look to get to the outside. Unfortunately, he cannot. Very nice play by a Blanchet Bear, who I believe was number 18, Calvin Hansen, who will come off the field. Flag is down on the near side. And we'll see from the man in the white hat if this is going forwards or backwards. Unfortunately, it is a false start, which is awfully confusing because they failed to blow the snap dead at the start of the play, which is what should have been done. But unfortunately, the Bulldogs will come back 5 yards. And you can see out there, there's Jimmy Miller, big number 4 for the Bulldogs. He has been injured last week. He hurt his ankle against Roosevelt, was out against Seattle Prep. Returns in limited capacity this week. And he is an absolute beast in the backfield. Very powerful runner. Can see it in his build. Real tank. And he looks real nice there next to Caminong. As calls for motion, Jamaica Myers moving in and then back out, and Caminong will take the snap as there's flag thrown on the near side. Throw deep, but that won't be close to just about anyone. Looks like Witherspoon may have been a little confused on what he was supposed to run there.
Penalty marker on the play.
One thing I'm noticing is that there does seem to be some early discord between the players and the sideline in this one. Maybe the play calling, maybe the execution on the field, but one way or the other, it's not going the way they prefer. But that penalty will be declined.
Second down and 15 from the Bears 35.
And now from the 35-yard line, the Bulldogs will try 2nd and 15. And I would be shocked to see if they don't attempt yet another deep pass here. As there's the pre-snap motion, the hand to Miller, and he will do all that he can, but is brought down quickly. Gets about 3 yards, 2 yards, and from the 33, the Bulldogs will try yet again to just move into field goal range for kicker Finn Terry.
Third down and 12 from the 33-yard line.
As they lead by 1, but a 4-point lead would do them good. Avoid the 1-score lead. Get them out in front a little bit more. Maybe feel more comfortable with this lead. Against a team that realistically they probably should be beating by more, but they keep shooting themselves in the foot with early penalties as Caminong rolls to his right and eventually deals almost a very nice catch. But that one will fall to the ground incomplete. The target there was for Sajay Jackson, unable to make the nice toe tap reception, and so it'll fall down and be 4th down and 13 yards to go. And it'll be interesting to see if they're going to attempt a field goal from this far out. And it looks like they may just try and go for it, perhaps a pooch punt, where Caminong will just draw back a few yards and
4th down.
punt the ball himself. Or maybe they'll try and draw the Bears offense off sides. But whatever the case, this will be a big momentum swing whichever way it goes. He's going to have 4 guys out wide and 1 right to his right. That's a Boodoo in the backfield with Caminong, and Caminong's going to drop and look and look and look and dish deep down the middle. Almost caught, but it is broken up in the end. I can't quite tell if that was a drop or if it was broken up by a Blanchet defender, but one thing I saw for sure, Graham Knowles, the strong safety.
The end zone is incomplete.
Looks like 13, I think.
But there were about 4 green jerseys in on that pass breakup, so the Bulldog lead stays 1 on the end zone attempt by Caminong.
Grammy could have a pick.
Bears ball, first down and 10 from their own 32.
And so now Cole Allegro and the rest of the Bishop Blanchet Bears offense will trot out, and there's the handoff right away, going nowhere, absolutely brought down very quickly. And I believe that's Owen Finnerty,
Tackled in the
the
backfield.
carrier, has some flags and a lot of whistles on somebody. Noticeable absence tonight, Dash Schwagler for the Bears. He is usually their backup running back, and I have yet to see him on the field. It's been a mix of Merriman and Finnerty tonight. Would be a potential key loss for them. The Bears offense drove really nicely down the field on the first drive, opening up some big holes on the line. But since then, they have looked at a loss to what the concept of modern football offense is. They have gone absolutely nowhere in the previous 3 drives since then. So it will be interesting to see what they'll do on this drive, as flags have been just a constant in this game. It feels like the turf might turn yellow.
Moves the ball to the
And so that will move the ball eventually. The Bears will get a first down, and only on a Garfield mishap. So we'll see what Allegro and the rest of this offense could do, as there's the handoff near side. That'll be Finnerty again, tackled by Michael Montgomery. Very nice play on the football. Fantastic tackler, committed to Oregon football. Doing an excellent job tonight from the linebacker spot. Uriah Givens also in on the tackle. This Garfield secondary, though, has been what's really turned the tides.
1 yard, second down and 9.
An absolute showcase of talent back there, between Tyshawn Rain having a big interception, returning that one almost all the way back. As there's the deep ball thrown, and I can't believe he just brought that in over the head of... My goodness, that was a very impressive catch by Brendan Manzano for the Bears. I believe that was over the head of Tyshawn Rains, who had the massive interception earlier. That looks like they're going right back to him and challenging him, as there's the handoff to Finnerty yet again. Back, seeing the majority of the action so far, and in comes Merriman.
Gain of 4 yards.
As Allegro looks to the sidelines from the far hash for the play call, takes the snap in the shotgun and hands to number 8, Merriman, and he is brought down in the backfield. Real nice job from the Bulldogs defense. They are swarming to the ball fast and early on these shotgun run plays from the Bears. And the Bulldogs defense got to stop them here, or else risk letting them into field goal range.
Brings up 3rd down and a long 10 yards to
But
go.
3rd down and 10 now for this Bears offense. Almost certainly will be looking to the passes. There's Allegro rolling to the near side, looking deep, and found his man down the sideline. Michael Erden gets down to the 5-yard line.
Gain of 27 yards.
And there is a little blind spot in the press box view, but that was a very nice reception and tiptoe up the sideline from Michael Erding. The wideout. A nice throw from Allegro, bringing the Bears within striking distance, and there's the handoff to Merriman, who gets close but not in, I believe.
Gain of about 6 yards.
And he will be down within the 1.
Second down and goal to go from the 3-yard line.
And now second down and goal. The handoff will be to Merriman again. Again stopped in the backfield. That'll be for a loss of about 2 or 3. I believe that was Joe White in on the tackle. A flurry of white jerseys, but mainly Joe White was the one that I saw in there early, and it will be a timeout.
Timeout on the field.
By the Bulldogs, I believe. And so now, third down and goal for the Bishop Blanchet Bears, looking to take back their early lead. Harlan Grady, I'll be right back.
I don't trust it. You gotta get served.
Oh, did it turn off? I got it.
Well, it was, but then it looked like you lost. Sam lost it, or I think I get a good look at it. I don't think it's back to like the 4. What on the side here? Go back over Is the ball inside the 5? It's on the 5. It's right on the 5. No, it's on the 4. It's on the 4.
Third down
Welcome
and goal
back.
to go on the 4-yard
Third
line.
and goal now for the Bishop Blanchet Bears. They're going to have Merriman in the backfield and Allegro manning quarterback in the shotgun. They've had 2 chances at it, and now goes the handoff to Merriman again, who will not make it in. A flurry of white jerseys swarming to the football and making the tackle before Merriman could even think about crossing that plane. So it'll make it 4th down and goal to go from about the 3-yard line now. And it would appear that the field goal team is coming on as Allegro and the rest of the typical offense trots off. Bears now looking for a short field goal to take the lead. Will Summers will be the kicker, number 2 for the Bears.
Burton to hold.
The hold, and the kick is blocked, I believe, and recovered by the Bulldogs. My goodness, that field goal is no good. The Bulldogs special teams flying around. And now 2 minutes, 28 seconds left to go in the half. And Bulldogs up by 1 point still after the blocked field goal attempt. That would have put the Blanchet Bears up by 2. And now the Bulldogs, good chance to extend their lead before halftime. And neither team has looked very sharp here early, but the Bulldogs have definitely had the advantage. They've shot themselves in the foot, one would say, by seemingly endless penalties. Just flag after flag, holding, unsportsmanlike, false start. Seems like every ailment they could possibly come up with has bitten them in the ankle so far in this one. And now Caminong will, from the shotgun, look to his right and then flip around and look to his left, and Sajay Jackson's got that one. He is brought down. Looked like he had some room to make a massive play. Looks like his ankle is feeling some pain. Looks like he was in instant pain after being brought down on that one. Trainer out to look at him. He will step away. Jackson still down on the field. Trainer's looking at his right ankle, pardon me. And hopefully this isn't too serious. Jackson having an absolutely fantastic season to this point. And he's back up and standing on 2 feet after some time with the trainers. But does not look like he'll want to put any weight on that one. That is really sad. Hate to see a guy like Jackson carried off the field. Absolutely fantastic competitor, better wide receiver, really great guy. That's a shame. And the Bulldog offense will move forward without him. A big handicap for sure. He is their wide receiver 1. The synergy between him and Caminong undeniable. They have been fantastic to this point in the season. And now it will be up to guys like Reggie Witherspoon and Jamaica Myers to do the bulk of the work. As it looks like Myers may have been offsides at the start of the snap as he brings it in on the near side.
Caminong's pass complete to Jamaica Myers.
But looked like the referee on the far side of the field threw a flag almost instantly after that one. Looked like Myers may have been a little too far over the line of scrimmage. And I couldn't quite tell what the penalty call was there, but it will back the Bulldogs offense up into an almost dangerous position on their own 10.
10-yard line.
And so second down and about 5 now for the Bulldogs from their own territory, but whistles pre-snap indicates a timeout from the Bishop Blanchet defense with 1:58 to go. We'll step away. Be right back.
Second down, along 8 yards to go for the 10.
And now second down and about 7 yards to go for the Bulldogs offense here. Approaching halftime, 1:58 left to go in the first half of play as Caminong drops back and looks to his left, and there's Reggie Witherspoon over the middle bringing it in. And he's across the 30, down at about the 31, 32. Good enough for a first down. And about 10 yards extra. Strong safety Graham Knowles was in on the tackle for Bishop Blanchet. And now Caminong yet again in the shotgun with Adobo to his left. Abodo to his left. As Caminong looks right, hits his man who is absolutely dropped. Armani and Prasit makes their catch on the far sideline. Was hit hard on the reception.
Upended by Owen Prince. Timeout Garfield.
And now a timeout is called by the other side. Garfield uses their second of the half, I believe, to stop the clock here with 1 minute and 13 seconds remaining in the first half of play. And uncharacteristic struggles from the Garfield offense. Looks as if they may not have come to play like they usually do. These guys are an absolutely fantastic group, but to this point have not looked as good as they usually do, because last week they were absolutely destroying Seattle Prep, looked almost unstoppable. Caminong dropping dimes all over the field. Left, right, over the middle, short, deep, no matter what. Looked like he couldn't possibly miss a receiver, and this week has been about the opposite. Some accuracy struggles from the man at the helm. So now the Bulldogs will trot out Jamaica Myers alongside Jason Finley on the near side playing wide receiver, and Tawaf Abudu on the next to Caminong in the backfield. And Caminong drops in the shotgun, still looking, plenty of time. Now he's going to take it himself, and hassles a little bit short, nearly over the line of scrimmage. Looks as though he could have run for the first down, but instead misses his target, which was Amani and Prosit.
Pass is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. 6 yards to go.
And there again was the accuracy issues for Caminong. Uncharacteristic. He is an absolutely fantastic passer. Mobile as well, can use his feet to get to where he needs to be, but not his night to this point. And sometimes this can happen against a traditionally weaker opponent. Teams fail to prepare or come as locked in as they usually do.
42 is the yard to gain.
And Bulldogs kind of putting up a snoozer here early. Hopefully they'll score some points before halftime. Get up 2 scores as Caminong drops back and scrambles to his left and then hits his man. That'll be, oh my goodness, and he missed him again. That's Improsit.
That brings up 4th down.
Was looking for Improsit on the near side. Missed it. Not even close. And now the Bulldogs will bring out the punt team. Joe Gordon will be back to kick for the Bulldogs.
4th down and 6.
4th down and 6. Uncharacteristic decision by Coach Witherspoon to not go for it here, but his man just isn't hitting his targets. Caminong off today, and that one was nearly blocked, if not tipped, but still good for a good distance, good amount of yardage. That one will cover almost 30 yards, and it'll be down on the 43. And the Bishop Blanchet Bears, with 47.7 seconds remaining in the first half of action, will take over.
First down and 10 for the Bears from their own 43-yard line.
And now Allegro in the shotgun with Merriman behind him will scramble to the near side and look deep. He's hit as he throws, and that one will be inaccurate. Looked as though he was looking for Michael Erden deep. But also there was Grady McCoy. He could have been looking for either of them. It fell smack dab in the middle of the two, as he was hit pretty hard as he let go of that one. Allegro has outdueled Caminong to this point. It will be interesting to see what the Bulldogs' speech at halftime is going to look like. This has been an absolute dogfight through 2 quarters. And if the Bears can get one big strike here, wouldn't be shocked to see them take a halftime lead, which would be very surprising, as there's the slant pass complete. Looks like Will Summers making the catch, beating Tyshawn Rain, who was in coverage on the nice slant route from Summers. That's his first reception of the day. Now Allegro in the shotgun will scramble to the far side. Still has it. Hit very hard, and that's intercepted, I believe. I believe that was picked off. Joe White looked like he made the interception.
Allegro's pass intended for Erden is intercepted.
And indeed, it will go the way of the white jerseys. The Garfield Bulldogs pulled down their second interception of the half. Cole Allegro was absolutely destroyed as he released that football. Pass looked to be a little inaccurate, and so intercepted. Bulldogs are going to get one last shot. Don't be surprised to see them get into field goal range here. They still have one timeout left, and they are known to have some of the quickest guys in the game. Their wide receivers, a big strong point, as well as running back Abudu will be in the backfield next to Caminong. Caminong now in the shotgun. Drops, still looking, plenty of time. His blocker's fantastic, still looking. He's going to scramble to the near side and take it himself. So much green in front of him. He's still going. Got another blocker, and they're going to throw a penalty flag on Jamaica Myers for holding, I believe. That would erase a massive gain and about 13 seconds of game clock for the Bulldogs. And that is not a good call on the field on the holding call there. Jamaica Myers trying to do his job, gets flagged anyways. These flags have been constant for the Bulldogs.
Illegal block in the back.
And it'll be an illegal block in the back. Seems as if these refs are trying to call this one a little extra tight here tonight. But Jamaica Myers, the guilty man for the Bulldogs. Man, that wipes out the massive gain on the scramble by Caminong that would have put the Bulldogs offense into field goal range with a chance to extend the lead to 4 going into the half.
Moves the ball back to the
But the scramble was not for nothing, as the penalty is from the spot of the foul. As another whistle coming in. Timeout, Bishop Blanchet. The ball is at the 40, or pardon me, timeout Garfield. The ball will be placed at the 41-yard line. The Bulldogs are going to have 7.3 seconds to pull something out of the hat before clock ticks down to 0 and we hit halftime. Homecoming night here for Bishop Blanchet, and you may observe that the field is absolutely packed, and not just that, but the stands are packed as well as the gates lined to either side. Real good attendance. The stands here are absolutely packed. The fans look like sardines in the little mini bleachers here at Mickey Naish Field, home of Bishop Blanchet Athletics. But good to see such high attendance for a high school football game. Homecoming night. Looks like the student section theme is neon, as we've got people trotting left and right in gaudishly colored shirts. Bishop Blanchet students all participating in the theme. 9 seconds now on the clock as Caminong takes it, shotgun, drops back, evades one guy, a big block coming in, and he unleashes it deep. Looks like it is dropped as time expires in the end zone, and he was looking back to impress it but could not bring it in. So the end of the first half comes with Garfield leading 7-6. Will surely be some feedback coming from Coach Witherspoon here going into the locker room. Unfortunately, not the best half of football that they've played to this point, but hopefully the second half can go a little bit better for the Bulldogs. We'll be right back after halftime here on Bulldog Sports Journal. I'm Harlan Grady.
for your Bishop Blanchet Band.
Any chance we can keep, is it too loud to keep that door open? It's so stuffy in there.
Yeah, we can keep it open.
I don't know if we can.
It makes the audio. We're suffering too. If it gets really bad, thanks guys, really appreciate everything.
And welcome back to the second half of this one. A real thriller here. Unexpected showdown between these two football teams. The Bishop Blanchet Bears have more than held their own, and they trail by only 1 point coming out of halftime here. The Garfield Bulldogs have looked not quite as sharp as they have in previous weeks. They're 3-0, but this week has not quite gone their way the way that they thought it would. Only leading by 1 point against one of the easier opponents that they thought they would have on their schedule is not a good sign for these guys. As the crowd serenades us to Sweet Caroline, we'll get this one kicked off. Joe Gordon will be on kickoff duties for the Bulldog Special Teams unit. That's number 12 back to kick.
Joe Gordon kickoff formation for the Bulldogs.
A few different guys back for the Bishop Blanchet return unit. And we will be underway here as soon as Gordon feels ready to get us going. And the second half of Garfield football starts right now. Gordon boots that one away. And Blanchet will grab the ball at the 5 and out to return. Speeding out as the wide receiver. And he's still going over the 40 and right down at about the 35. Brendan Manzano makes a fantastic effort on the return there. And that one's returned out to the 45-yard line. A fantastic return from Manzano, who got the ball at his own 5 on a nice kick from Gordon. Fortunately, the coverage was not there, and out trots the Bears offense for their first drive of the half, led by, as usual, Cole Allegro will be quarterbacking. Merriman will be behind him in the backfield with a few guys out wide, including Manzano to his left, who just had that nice kick return. And there's the handoff. Merriman on the right side, going, and brought down after a nice gain of about 5. And the ball will be placed on the right hash, just a little bit away from that big green B here on Mickey Naish Field, home of Bishop Blanchet Athletics. And there's the handoff yet again. There's Merriman up the middle, and he gets some good yardage, enough to move the sticks for sure. And Merriman, fantastic. On the first drive of each half now, he, on 6 straight plays, ran the ball into the end zone for the Blanchet's only touchdown of this game, which indeed did make it 6-0. After an immediate Bulldog punt when we kicked this one off. So Merriman, the start of both halves rather, has really been special. And so now he checks out, and there's the carry again to the far side. That's Dash Schwagler in the game for the first time today, but negative yardage. Eventually falls forward, but that's good for a gain of about -4.
Dash Schwagler, the ball carrier, loss of 2 yards on the play.
And Schwagler's first carry does not work out so well. He's sitting at -0.4 fantasy points right now. So Mickey Allegro, time for him to air it out here on second down and about 14 for the Bears. And there's the play action, and it's thrown to just about nowhere as it well overthrows the intended receiver.
Allegro's pass intended for Will Summers, incomplete.
Will Summers was his target, didn't really come close to hitting him. And a rather large Garfield student section has amassed on the far side, but nothing compared here to the bleachers at Mickey Naish. Absolutely packed to the brim with students, alumni here for Homecoming Game 2022. And really good work by the Blanchet team, filling up the stands and much more. There's people lining the gates on the south end zone. And now Allegro will take the shotgun snap and look to his left and then air it out deep, but not even close, as that's the second snap in a row where he's really overthrown his man pretty badly. Maybe it's the halftime jitters coming out. 10 minutes, 20 seconds left in the third quarter. That Blanchet drive will take less than 2 minutes, and they'll punt it away here. Merriman back deep to punt. And as usual, doing the returning for the Bulldogs is Reggie Witherspoon Jr., son of head coach Witherspoon and brother of number 23, Raylan Witherspoon, who had his first high school touchdown last week. Congrats, Raylan, against Seattle Prep. And that punt almost blocked. Some fantastic work by the Bulldog coverage team. Out comes Reggie Witherspoon, making a few men miss and getting about 5 yards, which is more than I ever could have gotten, as he was swarmed by about 5 men right as he picked that one up.
Returns at 4 yards, where he's met by Will Jarvis and Graham Knowles.
And now we will see E.J. Caminong and the Bulldog offense for the first time this half.
Bulldogs start the drive, first down.
It will be interesting to see what head coach Witherspoon has done with this offense and see if he's made any adjustments. Either running the ball more, maybe trying to air it out, see if Caminong is going to be more accurate this half. He did have some struggles putting some zip on his throws in the first half. But his wide receiver one, Sajay Jackson, sidelined with an ankle injury, presumably for the rest of this game. He was getting some treatment. Halftime, I walked over, I said a few words to him, asked him how he's doing. He said, feeling good, just tweaked it a little bit. Hopefully I can get back into this one. But still, no helmet on the sideline, so we'll see what happens with him for the rest of this one. But for now, that first down play goes for no gain. So, remains second down and 10 here for Caminong and the rest of this offense. And there's the carry, Tawaf Abadu.
Tawaf Abadu, the ball carrier.
Good for about 5 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 5, a critical moment here on this drive.
Third down and 5 yards to go.
They're limiting the 3 and outs, which has already happened once to them earlier in this one, but a 3 and out here would really be a poor showing, coming out of the locker room, failing to make that adjustment, and then just getting shut down on offense yet again by a team that is smaller than the Bulldogs, slower than the Bulldogs. It's Caminong. Still has it, rolling out, hits his man, and I don't believe that was good enough for the first down. We will see where the spot takes him. A nice reception, though. Mike Watkins out of the backfield.
E.J. Caminong's pass complete to Mike Watkins. Gain of 11 yards and a first down. Penalty flag on the play.
Flag was down after the play there.
Penalty is face mask against the Bears.
Still haven't received an official call here. And sorry, I may have missed that one, but not sure what the call was there. Looks as though it won't affect what happened much. The chains are a little late to be set up, but Caminong has 3 people in his backfield, including big man Troy Viga. The handoff will eventually be to number 4, Jimmy Miller. Very powerful running back, but it appears that he fumbled the ball late and it's headed the Blanchet way. yet to see an official call on the field, but there's lots of green jerseys pointing that it's their
Jimmy
ball.
Miller, the ball carrier. Michael Martin on the tackle.
Still waiting on a call. Looks like Jimmy Miller having some trouble getting up. He did tweak his ankle against Roosevelt. They were using him cautiously. And he is down on the field. Looks like, again, another ankle injury. Maybe he tweaked the one from last week. Whatever the case, not good. Bulldogs have now had Sajay Jackson and Jimmy Miller go down with injuries in this one. That's two of their most productive offensive players. Not only are they only up by one, but this is turning into a costly game for the Bulldogs.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll walk off under his own power. That's always good to see. Talked to him before this game. He's excited to get after it. He was out for the last game against Seattle Prep. But good to see the elite rushing threat for the Bulldogs back out there on the field.
Second down and 2 from the 40-yard line.
And now, second down and 2 after that first gain of 8 by Jimmy Miller. And there's the handoff and absolutely zooming. I believe that was Raylan Witherspoon, the freshman. Some shoving after the play. And it was indeed Raylan Witherspoon, the quick ball carrier there.
First down to the Bulldogs. Colin Campbell with the tackle. First down and 10 from the Bulldogs 46-yard line.
Big man Troy Viga in the backfield. They've run this set a few times now. 3 backs back there, and there's a flag pre-snap. Looks like it'll be a delay of game as the play clock will tick down to 0.
Delay of game penalty.
They'll set the Bulldogs back 5 yards here on first down. Uncharacteristic game for them. I know I've used that word a lot, but this has really been a strange one. They've been penalized all over the field, all 3 phases of the game.
First down and 15 yards to go.
And now Kamenon in the backfield looking to hand off to Raylan Witherspoon off the left side. Has lots of room, and he's up and he's off the sideline. He's off to the races, and he's eventually pushed out. Lost the football, but that ball was definitely down. They're going to mark it down after only about a 17-yard gain, but it looked like he had much more than that. Tiptoeing the sideline for the first down. Raylan Witherspoon, the explosive freshman out of the backfield, looked fantastic in his limited opportunity. And the Bulldogs will continue to use this 3-back set. Very odd from them. They're usually a team that will have mostly wide receivers out on the field. And looks like somebody jumped off sides, but it was prompted by a false start, so it will indeed set the Bulldogs back 5 yards on first down yet again. Good thing for them, that's been no problem. Raylan Witherspoon has been explosive out of the backfield.
Five-yard penalty moves the ball back to the 37-yard line. First down and 15 yards to go.
And the 3-back set yet again is the handoff to Raylan Witherspoon. He has some room up the middle, and he's going, and he might win this foot race. He's off to the races. Is he going to get there? He's just short. Stopped just short of the goal line is Raylan Witherspoon, but an absolutely massive carry from the freshman. He's down within the 5.
Gain of about 40 yards, knocked out of bounds by Graham Knowles. First down and goal from the 3-yard line.
And now, first down and goal from the 3-yard line for the Bulldogs offense. First red zone shot that they've had in a long time. These guys, they need a shot in the arm right here, and they need it bad. Would be massive to come out on the first offensive drive as Raylan Witherspoon is, I believe, stopped just short of the goal line.
That's Raylan Witherspoon, the ball carrier.
And indeed, stopped down at about the 1-yard line. Raylan Witherspoon has carried this Bulldogs offense throughout this whole drive. Be shocked not to see him get a chance to punch this one in for 6. The freshman running back had his first high school touchdown last week against Seattle Prep. That was a fantastic game for the Bulldogs. They blew him out of the water. And so far today, this offense has looked lethargic at times, penalizing itself so much that they've had trouble getting anything going. And there's the handoff, but before the snap, there were whistles. Raylan just got absolutely blown up well after the whistles. Interesting, no flag there. But we will see what the penalty will be. Looks like offsides there on the defense.
Offsides penalty against the Bears.
And this game has been full of offsides, false starts, lots of penalties at the line of scrimmage. It feels like it's taken years off this game.
Goal to go from the 1-yard line.
And sorry about that.
Offsides penalty against
As
the
there's
Bears.
going to be yet another offsides penalty. I don't even know if they can move it half the distance to the goal because I'm not sure there's another half the distance. Pretty sure they're just in the goal line. Maybe if Bears get another penalty, they'll just say touchdown Bulldogs. But here we go. Caminong is there calling for the motion. He'll just sneak it in. Touchdown Bulldogs. EJ Caminong takes it in himself. Gets a little high five in the back of the end zone, and that's absolutely massive. Caminong, a big touchdown there for the Bulldogs. Much needed shot in the arm for their offense. They're going to take a 13-6 lead. Caminong finishes that drive. Raylan Witherspoon set it up. 2 massive rushes for 17 and 37 respectively. And some real good work here. And now on to kick. Number 41, Finn Terry. Holding is Troy Viga. Snap, the kick is up. And it is good.
With 5 minutes and 59 seconds remaining.
And so, just under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Garfield 14, Bishop Blanchet 6. The lead is now 8 points, a much-needed touchdown drive there led by Caminong and Witherspoon, the younger of the two. And Joe Gordon had to kick for the Bulldogs. Is a little confused because he does not have a ball. And now Joe Gordon will kick this one away for the Bulldogs. He's been great, had some absolute boots. But this will be key. Pinning the Bears back. Hoping for some good coverage by these guys. And there's the kick. Will be taken in about the 15. And not met, getting to the right sideline and almost punched out. A very nice effort there. I believe that was Jason Finlay on the tackle. And nice boot by Gordon, going to get his tee. And now the Bulldog defense. Now after a very nice 3-and-out on the first drive of this game, we'll get another shot at it. One guy to keep an eye on this drive, check out number 1, Jamaica Myers. This is just the safety for this defense. He'll be looking to make some plays on the ball, hopefully get a turnover, make sure this one's going the other way as Allegro. My goodness. I think everybody on both teams jumped at that one, but I believe it's a false start, and it'll send the Bears back 5 yards on first down. Set up a 1st and 15 from their own 23.
The 5-yard penalty moves the ball back to the 21-yard line. First down and 15 yards to go.
And Allegro takes the snap, look to his right, and there's the pass. It's low. And was it intercepted? And it just may have been. Oh my goodness, I didn't even catch that. Mike Montgomery's in for a touchdown for now. And it looks like the call on the field is indeed an interception. It looks like it bounced off the foot of one of the Blanchet receivers, and Montgomery heads up play on the field, took that one in for a touchdown. The Bulldogs now lead by 3 scores. Absolutely, or pardon me, 2 scores, but if I believe that was intercepted by Montgomery off the foot of Will Summers on a screen pass attempted by Allegro. So the call on the field is confirmed a touchdown. The Blanchet coaches and fans are outraged, but Mike Montgomery just made one of the better heads-up football plays I've seen in my career as a broadcaster. And now the Bulldogs' lead will be 20-6, pending the extra point by number 41, Finn Terry. Well, my goodness, what a play by Mike Montgomery, the Oregon commit, 4-star linebacker, class of 2023, his senior year, off to a fantastic start. Gets his first defensive touchdown of the year, and the Bulldogs came out very sharp at the end of this half. Absolutely fantastic work. And now the Bears trail 21-6. The Garfield Bulldogs, an electric start to this half. And the crowd still seems to be a little upset about that last call. The Mike Montgomery pick 6 will stand 21-6 in favor of the Bulldogs. And my goodness, what a play by Mike Montgomery, who just picked a ball off that seemingly hit the turf, but it went off the shoe slash hand slash knee, something of one of the Garfield players who did a fantastic job of beating up Will Summers on the screen pass. And so, my goodness, very nice play there. That's, I believe, Armani and Prossett there on the tackle for the kickoff for the Bulldogs, and he'll stay out to play defense. Flag is down.
Mario Murphy with the tackle.
But Mike Montgomery just picked that one up. It bounced off the shoe of a Blanchet wide receiver, took it in for the touchdown. It looks like they're going to call a horse collar tackle on Armani and Prossett, which is incorrect. He did not get him by the horse collar. He grabbed his jersey and tugged him down, but the call will stand on the field. They can see it better than I can. And so the ball will move up. And one player to keep an eye on for this drive, number 44, Uriah Givens. Week 1 against Lake Stevens had 7 tackles, a tackle for loss, and a pass breakup. He has been absolutely massive, both at linebacker and on the line. But he has showed a natural ability to drop into coverage. It was a great job for this team. And he'll be Backing up into coverage. Somebody went. Everybody's pointing. Nobody knows quite who to point at. False start, indeed, on the Bishop Blanchet Bears and Cole Allegro. The quarterback not happy at all. And his offensive linemen seem to be mightily confused by that one. Looks like Dominic Harden was the man over the middle coming through on the false start. And so now 1st and 15 for Cole Allegro and the Bears.
On the 32-yard line, 1st down and 15 yards to go.
And Allegro in the shotgun drops back and looks to pass. He's going to dish to his right. There's Summers, and it's intercepted. And it's intercepted! It's going back the other way yet again. Romary Fleeks is in the game now for the Bulldogs. He picks that one off. My goodness.
By number 17, Romary Fleeks.
There's a flag thrown on the field, and one of the players is Will Summers being dragged away from the Bulldogs bench, and a flag will be thrown. But my goodness, Romary Fleeks just made an absolutely incredible play on the ball. Bulldogs now have some swagger. This game is now all Garfield. For the first half, it seemed pretty 50-50, but now things seem to be swinging the purple and white way. They have looked nothing but solid. A touchdown and followed by an almost immediate pick six out of the locker room now. For a team that was expected to dominate all 3 stages of the game and just frankly has not, but now looking much sharper. Referees with a very long conversation. Looks like they threw a flag on the sideline of Garfield after the play. Maybe some over-emotional celebration by these guys. Can't exactly tell what's happening, but they're having a long talk about it.
Personal foul penalty against the Bulldogs.
Still not quite sure what's going on here. There was a personal foul on Garfield, but can't tell if it's the defense or the offense out there right now. Or who has the ball, or which way it's going, or what's happening. But EJ Caminong is out there, or pardon me, Caminong is out there. Pardon me, Caminong is out there. Goodness gracious. So the Bulldogs will take over on offense. They should have had it at about the opposing 40, and they'll take over at their own 25 or so. Caminong is having a discussion with one of the referees. I'm sure he's explaining to Caminong what just happened there. And I believe us, the viewing public, are curious as well. Slightly unclear, but personal foul. It appears there were multiple of them on the play after the interception. We'll move the ball now to the Bulldog 28 is where these guys will start out. Their second drive of the half, their first drive, absolutely electric. Raylan Witherspoon out of the backfield has been a force. And pre-snap flags. Well, I know these guys have to do their job and keep this a clean game, but my goodness, has not been a clean game. Penalty after penalty. This one will be offsides against Blanchet.
Offside penalty against the Bears. ball to the 32, first down and 5 yards to go.
And now the three backfield runners will be given to Raylan Witherspoon, who will cut up the right side and get some good ground for about 8 yards.
Raylan Witherspoon, the ball carrier, gain of 4 yards on the play.
And his dad, Coach Witherspoon, not happy on the opposing sideline.
Isaac Moore and Colin Campbell combining for the tackle.
But Raylan Witherspoon has really been what these guys needed to get it going on offense ever since Jimmy Miller came out of the game with an apparent
Brings up
ankle
second down
injury.
and a long one.
Raylan Witherspoon has been fantastic. And now Cameron will take the snap and hand it yet again to Witherspoon off the left side, who will get enough for the first down, but not much more than that.
Again, that's Witherspoon, the ball carrier.
And some action upfield,
Gain
not
of
caught
4
on
yards and a
camera.
Bulldog first down.
But you could see Troy Viga go up with about 3 green
Finley
jerseys
Seeds
and
and
just
Graham
start
Knowles
some
combining on the tackle.
scrap.
First down and 10 for the Bulldog 40.
And Caminon will bring play call to the huddle. And the Bulldogs, 1st and 10 now. They've brought out this set ever since the start of the second half with 3 backs in the backfield, perhaps their emergency backup plan for when things aren't going quite right in the passing game, as Raylan Witherspoon will take the handoff and go to the left. He's got some room at the left sideline. He's got 3 men to beat, and he'll be hit hard, but not before he gets about 16 yards and a first down.
Raylan
Some
Witherspoon,
fantastic
ball
running.
carrier, gain of 16 yards and a first down. Owen Prince with the tackle.
But Raylan Witherspoon, really impressive that he hasn't had to check out of this one yet, because he has been fantastic, running all over the field.
First down and 10 yards to go for the Bear 44.
And now the 3 backs in the backfield as per usual. There's the handoff of Bodu. No, never mind, play action as the pass to the near side is complete and up the sideline. There he goes, big hit, but Marquay Davis, the receiver, his first reception of the
Pass
game.
is complete to Marquand Davis.
He's going to get
Gain of 15 yards and a first down.
about 16 yards, accompanied with a first down. The Garfield offense looks reinvented to this point. They have absolutely flipped the switch,
First down
turned this
and
one
10
around.
for the Bear 27.
And
Make that to 28.
back to number 8, Tawafa Budu in the backfield instead of Raylan Witherspoon. And he will take the handoff to the left side. It looks like he has some room. There's a hole at the left side. He is eventually brought down, but he keeps on keeping on. Keep those legs moving. Fantastic job falling forward. For now, it's a first down. Flags on the field again.
Gain of 18 yards and a Bulldog first down. Penalty flag on the play.
We'll see what the official has to say. Face mask going against the Bishop
Face mask
Blanchet
penalty is
defense.
against the Bears.
And that will move them quite close to the goal line. We'll see where they spot the ball. As down inside, pardon me, just outside the 5-yard line now. And the chains will move. Or pardon me, the chains will not move, but the down marker will, as this will be first and goal. The chains are dropped for Caminong in the Bulldogs offense, and a flag instantly flies. False start.
Ball start penalty
This has been a
against the
penalty-ridden
Bulldogs.
game to this point.
Moves the ball back to the 10-yard line.
And their second red zone opportunity, the half. The Bulldogs are looking to get it done right here.
Oh, it's stuck.
First and goal.
They punched it in the first time, but Tawafa booted out of the back instead of Raylan Witherspoon as Troy Viga motions out of the backfield. The pitch to Abudu is on the left side, and he's instantly met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Graham Knowles was the first one to the ball carrier. Absolutely got there instantly. Very nice play from the safety, who has been flying around the field to this point. And a whole new staff trots in for the Bulldogs. Looks like a more receiver-heavy lineup. Maybe it'll put the ball back in Caminong's hands. Let him throw this one in for a touchdown. It is third and goal, pardon me, from
Second down and goal from the 11.
Or it is second down and goal. So second down and goal from about the 12-yard line, 11-yard line. Raylan Witherspoon back in the backfield after taking a slight hiatus. And there's a motion in the backfield. Delay of game will be called on the Garfield Bulldogs. They're going to move back another 5 yards to about the 16-yard line. And still second down and goal from about 16 yards out.
Second down and goal to go for the 16.
Raylan Witherspoon, the lone man in the backfield with 4 receivers out wide. And the snap and the fake toss as Caminong rolls back. He looks deep, he's looking to the end zone, and it falls incomplete. Caminong is not happy with himself after that one. Another miss for him tonight. He has been unprecedentedly inaccurate. And at least I think that's a word. His inaccuracy tonight was unprecedented, I should say, as he'll get another play call from Coach Witherspoon and head back to the huddle. The big men up front for Garfield have been fantastic tonight, providing just about as much protection as their quarterback needs. One sack, and it came early in the first quarter. Caminong got absolutely blown up on a blitz by the safety over the middle. As Caminong drops back, he's looking to the end zone. He unleashes it deep, and it falls incomplete just short of the turf. I believe the intended target was Reggie Witherspoon. Unfortunately, it was well short of the target and about the near side corner of the end zone. Falls to the turf, incomplete, so Finn Terry will be out to kick a 35, 34-yard field goal now. Well within his range. We've seen him hit from 40 this year, so the snap is muffed, and that will not go the way they want it to go. Troy Viga just fell on it. Finn Terry never even got the chance. As a foul snap cost them 3 points, what was almost surely 3 points at least for Finn Terry. So not even a chance to kick away that ball, as the muff snap unable to be handled by Viga, who will stay out there and play some defensive tackle. And Allegro hands to Merriman, who is met over the middle. Good for a gain of about 1 as flags fly after the play. This one's getting a little bit scrappy. We're going to have a conversation about this. But almost surely an unsportsmanlike, not sure which team, but it flew right after the play about where the tackle was made. And out comes the lead official. And it's going to be against the Bulldogs, so it'll move them 15 yards and be an automatic first down. And yet again, a personal foul for the Bulldog defense. That has been the theme of this game. Be interesting to see. Keep an eye on number 9, Mike Montgomery, middle linebacker. Really special talent for these guys. Had a pick 6 earlier in this one to push the lead to 14-6. Or, pardon me, 21-6. And they're going to call the jump there on one of the Bulldog D linemen. Can't quite get that number. That'll be number 55, Damani Wright. Also goes by Debo.
Onside penalty against the Bulldogs.
And he will trot off after
Being
being ruled offside.
45-yard line, first down and 5.
And now Allegro in the shotgun has Sam Merriman behind him. Will take it and look to pass far side to Will Summers, and almost brought in on a very, very impressive effort. Odell S, but cannot bring it in with just his right hand. That one will fall to the turf. Harmless. Minute 16 left to go in the third quarter of action here from Mickey Naish Field. As Blanchet will try again. 2nd and 5. Allegro in the shotgun. Merriman behind him yet again. As there's the handoff. Pardon me, it's play action and almost intercepted. And it almost intercepted. It's bobbled twice. My goodness, the screen pass was intended for Brendan Manzano. And Jamaica Myers nearly had that one. Tipped it twice out of the air, and unfortunately it hit the turf. But a very impressive effort by Myers. Couldn't quite reel it in. As the pre-snap action by Manzano running across. As Allegro will take the shotgun snap and drop back to pass. He's looking to his right. Manzano, the intended receiver, and it's intercepted yet again! My goodness, the Bulldogs are flying around. That's headed the way of the white jerseys. Still pending on who quite had that interception. I think it was number 17, Romari Fleek, so I believe that's his second interception of this game. He's guarding Will Summers in coverage, and they keep testing him, and he keeps saying, no, thank you. His second interception of the game, Romari Fleeks, have a day.
Will take over first down and 10 from their own 41.
And here we go, Blanchet offense out there yet again. Or pardon me, the Garfield offense out there now after the interception. Raylan Witherspoon will get to the near sideline where he's eventually pushed out.
Raylan Witherspoon, the ball.
Pardon me, Garfield offense back out there. Raylan Witherspoon has been explosive. Keep in mind, this is just a freshman, and there are great things coming for him. It's a relatively small sample size. He has looked absolutely fantastic today and last week against Seattle Prep. And now, Kamenon back in the shotgun. 4 receivers out wide. It looks as if they'll put the ball back in his hands. He'll drop back and look to pass. And there it is. It's complete. His first completed pass on this drive, and that one's to Devin Kamenon. I have to imagine that's his little brother.
Owen Prince with the tackle.
And maybe that sibling connection has something to do with it. Some fantastic work there.
6 yards to go.
And it looks like all night long, DJ Kamenon has been confused with the play call from the sideline. You can see him now, as I believe there's going to be a timeout called by Garfield on that one. Looks like it's a serious miscommunication.
Garfield.
We've reset it. Garfield seems set to go after that timeout. So after the stoppage, we'll see if they can convert here on 2nd and 6. The handoff to Raylan Witherspoon off the left side has plenty of room. He's very quick and he could win a foot race and he might get loose. My goodness, he almost does. I believe he's brought down there. Number 18 for Bishop Blanchet made the tackle. Calvin Hansen with a perhaps touchdown saving effort to make the nice ankle grab on Raylan Witherspoon.
And that will be the last play of the third quarter. The score.
And now the third quarter will expire. So we will go to the final quarter of play with Garfield holding a commanding 15-point lead as well as possession of the football. We'll be right back. And pardon the extra audio noise on the outside, but we are going to have to open up the door to
First down and 10.
Bishop Blanchet press heat issues, they were saying. So the door will be open going forward, but the crowd is quieted down a little bit now that Bishop Blanchet is more out of this game. As Caminon will toss to Reggie Witherspoon, and he'll try to get to the outside, and he might just get there. He's in for the touchdown! Bulldogs up by 6 more. Reggie Witherspoon using his explosive speed to get to the outside. Reggie Witherspoon in from 6 from about 24 yards out. 23-yard touchdown run will be the final call. Reggie Witherspoon might have just put the nail in the coffin. Irish up. Bulldogs up 21 to Bishop Blanchet will need to get it rolling after this. Now on for the extra point. Finn Terry, the kicker.
Finn Terry on to the point after
2 steps to his left as the last extra point did not go too well, but this one is up and good. That'll make him 3 for 4 on the
11
day.
minutes and 52 seconds remaining. Garfield 28 and Bishop Blanchet 6.
Got it to work. Got it. Thank you. And now the Garfield Bulldogs hold a commanding 21-point lead. 8 seconds into the fourth quarter. Reggie Witherspoon took that one in for 6. Fantastic run using that explosive quickness to get to the outside and punch that one in.
Terry in kickoff formation. Hansen and Manzano deep to receive.
Joe Gordon set to kick this one away. Raises his hand over his head, and here we go. Booming kick. Taken in, but fumbled. Still being able to be returned. And that one, he may be off to the races. A very nice return. He's over the 40, eventually brought down. Looked like he may have had some room to run, but a very nice work to make sure he didn't get any extra yardage. It's Joseph Williams, I believe, making the tackle.
Bears will start their drive first down and 10 to their own 43.
And now Allegro takes the shotgun snap and rolls to the far side. He's looking deep. He's intercepted yet again. There he goes the other way. It's Joe White with the football coming to the near sideline. Looks to get the edge. Does he have it? He's pushed out of bounds at about the 35, and a flag's down in the middle of the field. Looked to be a holding penalty after the interception. But as it stands, that'll go for Allegro's 4th interception of the game. And if the Bulldogs can capitalize on yet another turnover, and it'll be offensive holding, declined. It'll be headed the Bulldogs' way on yet another interception. Joe White brings down his first of the game. Some fantastic ball hawking work there. Gets the interception. Bulldogs get the ball back. And I think White was just upset that he couldn't take that one in for 6. An absolutely massive piece of work there to bring that one in, get it going the other way. And a nice piece of returning. Unfortunately, couldn't get it in for 6 quite like our man, Mr. Montgomery.
Bulldogs take over first down and 10 on the 34-yard line.
And now Cameron Young drops back to pass, looks over the middle, and he just misses his man. That's Jamaica Myers. But he just missed.
Pass is in for Jamaica Myers, incomplete. Michael Martin with the pressure on the quarterback.
And whatever the reason,
Second down and 10 to the 34.
Kaminog has not quite looked himself tonight. He had some absolutely beautiful throws last week against Seattle Prep, including a 40-yard bomb to Sajay Jackson. Pardon the cowbell. As the handoff to Raylan Witherspoon, and he's up, but he's eventually brought down. Doesn't get much out of that one.
Raylan Witherspoon, the ball carrier, gain of 4.
Nice play, I believe.
Isaac Moore with the tackle.
Can't quite tell who that was.
Brings up third down.
Not sure if he had him on the
Short
roster
6
or
yards
not,
to go.
but third down and about 6 will almost surely result in a pass play here. It's like Mike Watkins dropped something running onto the field. But no, the Bulldogs in their heavy 3-back set. Troy Viga in, and there's the handoff. Will it be enough? I don't believe so. I think he'll be just short. That was Tawaf Abadou
Tawaf Abadou, the ball carrier.
on the carry. Did he get there?
Gain
No,
of
he
about
did
4
not.
yards.
4th down and 1. Would be shocked
Colin Campbell.
if they
with the
send out a
tackle.
field goal
Brings up
team here
4th
looking
down and
to
1
drive a
to the
stake through
45.
the heart of this Bears defense. As one would imagine, one more score would probably send this one into the history books. And yet again, the heavy 3-back set with Reggie Witherspoon, the back in the backfield. And there's the toss to him on the outside. We saw this one for a touchdown just moments ago, and he's cutting up the middle. He'll eventually be brought down, but he will get the yardage needed for the first down, so the chains will move.
Reggie Witherspoon, the ball carrier.
Down inside the 20 on about the 16, 17-yard line. Reggie Witherspoon, another big
He had
carry.
13 yards
Much
for the
needed.
first down. Calvin Hansen and Graham Knowles combining for the tackle. First down and 10 from the...
And here's the handoff. Obudu on the middle, cutting up. Made a few nice moves. He has a really nice step and go type move off that front foot. He can really put it down and get going right away. And he'll get a good gain of about 5 or 6. And set the Bulldogs up nicely here on second down.
Abudu, the ball carrier. Caden Arms with the tackle. Brings up second down.
And 3 backs yet again. Abudu in the backfield, but pre-snap whistles. I believe this will be a timeout. Bishop
Timeout,
Blanchet.
Bishop Blanchet.
Well, if you're just tuning in, 9 minutes left to go in this one. My name's Harlan Grady, my first game on the call for Bulldog Sports Journal. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight. A beautiful night for football on Mickey Naish Field. Bishop Blanchet Bears trailing the Garfield Bulldogs by a score of 28-6 with about 9 minutes left. And neither team has looked on top of its game, but Garfield looks to be coming out the victor in this one, minus a major collapse, as there's E.J. Caminon dropping back to pass, looking for the receiver, but over his head. Looks like they were never quite on the same page. Unfortunately, as Marquay Davis never quite saw that one in the air. And that was unfortunate as well. Some beautiful play action work. Faked the handoff to Abudu, and unfortunately, Davis couldn't quite reel that one in.
3rd down and 5.
Caminon will drop back and hand it off to Raylan Witherspoon, who's up the middle, almost in for the touchdown. Looks like he would have had it had not for a second tackler come in there at the very end and stopped him dead in his tracks. Raylan Witherspoon has looked fantastic, and even though he didn't get the touchdown, he'll do exactly what was asked of him. He'll set a 1st and goal from within the 5-yard line. And here he gets the handoff again. He's in for the touchdown. Raylan Witherspoon, his 2nd high school touchdown. The freshman, absolutely fantastic running work here. And he has put on a master class. You have to imagine that's the reason the Blanchet Bears are so mad at him. He has absolutely put on a show here today. Fantastic work. Didn't catch it on the camera, but he tried to do a little, what do we call that, chest bump with Mike Watkins, and took a big tumble. Big Mike Watkins unfortunately knocked him over, but does not take away from what a fantastic clinic he's put on running the football tonight, as Finn Terry puts the extra point up and good. He's been fantastic tonight as well.
Is good with 8 minutes and 39 seconds remaining. Garfield 35 and Bishop Blanchet 6.
Pardon me, Finn Terry, I said earlier that he was 3 for 4, but he is 5 for 5. He had a field goal attempt that was on a must snap, never even got the chance to kick it. Finn Terry's been a bright spot as well. And now Finn Terry back again, kicking this one away in a spot where we usually see Joe Gordon. But as the Bulldogs increase their lead now, 35-6, you got to think something's up. Not sure the Bears are going to be able to come back from this one. And Finn Terry setting up to kick this one away.
Terry to kick off.
Ernie Toft directly to his left. And there it goes, booted away. Nice kick will be taken in at about the 10 and fumbled again. That's happened almost every single kickoff, and he will be brought down, and I would be shocked if they don't call a horse collar in that, but looks like they'll make the correct call. So he's tackled down, I believe that was Calvin Hansen, taking that one in for the Bishop Blanchet Bears return team. And good to see a no call on that. As much as you got to follow all the rules, this game has felt like almost constant flags. So good to see some no calls finally.
First down and 10.
And now Cole Allegra looking to lead one of the final efforts for this Blanchet squad. 8 minutes, 33 seconds remaining as the snap goes over his head, and he's just going to fall on it. He's down at about the 25. Pardon me, he's down at the 20 for a loss of about 9.
20-yard line.
So 2nd and 19 now.
2nd down and 19.
But Allegro in the shotgun, calls for some pre-snap motion. And now the snap and the handoff. He's met in the backfield, able to shake one man off and is brought down hard. Nice ankle tackle. That's Mike Montgomery, the big man over the middle for the Bulldogs, making the tackle.
Gain of 7. Number 7, Troy Vaiga with the tackle.
A lot of enthusiasm.
2 down and 12.
You can see Mike Montgomery in there making adjustments pre-snap as Allegro is rushed hard and the ball is up and he's absolutely destroyed. I believe that was Sam Merriman on the reception, and he got drilled after the reception by Mike Montgomery.
Mike Montgomery.
There was some
immediate tackle.
big pass rush coming right at Allegro. Couldn't quite tell who was on that.
4th down and long for the Bears from their own 24.
Whoever it was coming hard and coming fast. Really excellent work by the Garfield D-line. And 4th down now. Punt team is on. Merriman back to kick. On return duties for Garfield, Reggie Witherspoon no longer. Will be number 18, Jason Findlay. Back to receive. And now Merriman will get a high snap, and it's almost blocked if it wasn't tipped, and they're going to throw a flag there at the very end for roughing the kicker. Looks like one of the Bulldog pass rushers or punt rushers may have accidentally hit him a little too hard. I believe Mario Murphy was in the backfield there. Also could have been Jamaica Myers. But overall, you can chalk this one down as a W for the Garfield Bulldogs. And commanding lead here as just under 7 minutes are left on the clock here at Mickey Naish. But they came out strong in the second half. They really dominated, and they did need it. They were only up 1 point at the break here. Not the halftime, not the first half performance that many were expecting out of a team that's looked this strong early in the season. Only 7 points put on the board, and they gave up the first score. They did actually trail this team 6-0, believe it or not.
Score from West Seattle on the Vader and Knowles out-of-town scoreboard. O'Day 45 and Seattle Prep 0.
And O'Day has shut out and defeated Seattle Prep 45-0. We hear over the intercom.
0.
And some real impressive work as they held them scoreless. Garfield last week also put up 45 points on Seattle Prep but gave up 10. That will be one of the more anticipated matchups of the season. You could call that one the game of the year. Garfield O'Day, October 22nd. Mark your calendars for that one. That'll be an absolute showdown. As a handoff to Raylan Witherspoon off the right side, and he's met and dropped. A very nice bit of tackling from Blanchet, number 22. Can't quite tell who was on the tackle there, but very nice bit of tackling.
Raylan Witherspoon ball
As
carrier.
Raylan Witherspoon now down as well. And that's not a good sign. You're just running out of ball carriers here. But it looks like he's just cramping. So all is well.
Down and 7 from the 35-yard line.
And next week for the Garfield Bulldogs, they will have Ballard, who is another newer team to this division of the Metro League. Hopefully they'll be able to take care of business there too, as almost a big carry was cut a little bit short to Wafa Voodoo back in the game.
Voodoo, the ball carrier.
But will definitely be interesting to see a 5-0 start for a Garfield football game, for a Garfield football team, rather. Unprecedented. This year's team has some serious talent on it. And
gain of 2 yards brings up 3rd down and short.
impressive to see as a Budu there off the right side, and there's a flag down on the play. But for now, he'll get the first down on 3rd and 1.
He advances the ball across the 45-yard line for a first down. Penalty marker on the play. Holding against the Bulldogs.
But holding against Garfield will presumably move the ball back.
JJ, does he go by Samuel or Sam?
So now 3rd and 6. The Bulldogs will do it over again. Abudu, the carry on the last one, will stay in the game.
Ball back to the 37-yard line.
As the clock ticks under 6 minutes.
3rd down and 5.
But even as the Bulldogs walk away with a win, losing to Jay Jackson or star running back Jimmy Miller for any sort of costly timeout. Oh my goodness, he's loose in the backfield. Reggie Witherspoon is absolutely gone. Nobody's going to catch him now. What on earth just happened? Reggie Witherspoon was absolutely gone. Holy cow. We've heard about his speed, but you saw it here live. My goodness, Reggie Witherspoon, show him how it's done. That was incredible. A play that looks like nothing. I'm talking about the loss of their running backs, and Reggie Witherspoon just took one to the absolute house. Doctor is in. That was a house call. My goodness. And pardon me, I didn't mean to be so lethargic on the call there, but it didn't look like he had anything, and he gets a little bit of time in a room, and Terry puts the extra point up and good. He's perfect tonight on those. But my goodness, it looked like Reggie Witherspoon had nowhere to go, and he made one cut and was absolutely gone. My goodness, you can see why he holds his school record for the 100-meter dash. He is incredible. And that was some special speed we just saw on display right there. And now is more like the score we expected to see on the scoreboard at the end of this one. 42-6 is now the Garfield lead over Bishop Blanchet. And unfortunately, the Garfield Bulldogs will ruin the Bishop Blanchet homecoming night. And you can say this one's just about over. Joe Gordon returns to kick yet again for the Bulldogs. And he'll retreat about 10 yards and look to boot this one away. Nice little stretch there. And he'll get a real good run up. Kick the turf once. There we go, the classic Gordon routine. And he'll boot this one away. That is an absolute punt. And it's received cleanly this time. Off goes the returner. He's going to cross the 25 and then be brought down. He was initially hit by Ernie Tofi.
10-yard line, returns it 20 yards across the 30-yard line.
But I believe that was the first time we've seen it fielded cleanly by Grady McCoy on the kickoff return.
Credit Peyton Blue with the tackle for Garfield. First down and 10 for the Bears' 30-yard line.
And first down and 10 for the Bishop Blanchet Bears as the clock ticks under 5 minutes 30 seconds. And the handoff, you're right there, but he's met and absolutely dropped by Dominic Harden, who has been a key piece of the Garfield Bulldogs defensive line to this point.
Gain of 2 yards. Dominic Harden with the tackle. Brings up second down and 8.
And here they are again, as there's a Wildcat formation, and it's held on to by the Wildcat snapper, and eventually brought out of bounds by Gershon. Pardon me on this pronunciation, Shishongi. But that was Brennan Manzano on the Wildcat snap. Very nice play. Very nice play out of bounds there by Gershon. And the Wildcat snap yet again will work. Almost work, pardon me, as it'll go for about a loss of a yard. Looked like he may have had some room to run, but was brought down.
Manzano with the quarterback keeper, no gain. Tonga Lowumuli with a tackle.
And there's the carry.
That's Dash Schwagler, the ball carrier, gain of
Dash
4 yards.
Schwagler, name of the year candidate there for the Bears. And
Number 54, Ernie Tofi with the tackle.
here we go on second down and about 6. There's some awfully confusing substitution shenanigans on the far sideline by the Bulldogs. Will not matter, as the Bears now third down.
Dash Schwagler, the ball carrier, no gain on the play.
And looking ahead for Bishop Blanchet, next week they'll get Seattle Prep, which should be an even matchup for those two teams. That'll be a good one to keep your eye on, and high intensity, high octane Metro League play. And should be a good one.
Illegal substitution penalty against the Bulldogs.
And you could have seen that one coming. An illegal substitution penalty on the Bulldogs, as it looked like some chaos on the far sideline. As 3 minutes, 38 seconds on the clock now. As the fans have started to depart en masse. And it's handed off there. Dash Schwagler will take it up the middle and gets absolutely rocked. But he'll get the first down. And it looks like Cole Allegro may have left this game in favor of Brendan Manzano, who to this point has played wide receiver, but now looks to be the full-time quarterback. And I apologize, I did say it was a Wildcat formation, but I don't think it is. And hitting the backfield yet again, Schwagler. No gain. Or pardon me, Owen Finnerty will be the man with the ball. And a whole bunch of white jerseys were there in the backfield, and it'll be second and about 13. And there's a fumble on the jet sweep, and we'll see who it's picked up by. I can't quite tell which way it's going, but they called for some pre-snap motion, and it looked like Brendan Manzano never even got the handoff, and it's going Garfield's way. With 2 minutes and 39 seconds, Garfield comes up with a loose football. I believe that's number 57 for the Bulldogs, who is not on my roster, but if I had to take an educated guess, I would say that's Henry Nielsen on the fumble recovery. And again, pardon me if I miscredit any stats here on the live stream. We're doing the best we can, but we do not have a number 57 on our roster. And I talked to Henry before the game. He said it was his first varsity game. He's psyched for the opportunity, so imagine how epic that would be if he got fumble recovery right there. Couldn't quite tell who it was, but now Bulldog offense still out there. EJ Caminon still leading, and delay a game will be the penalty. That's been a constant for them tonight. They've, I believe, accrued 4 of those.
Delay of game penalty against the Bulldogs.
But Caminon still in there at quarterback. He's done pretty well tonight.
Correction, there is no flag on the play.
And the flag will be
Garfield.
waived due to Garfield calling a timeout pre-snap. So with 2 minutes and 39 seconds left on the clock in this one, we'll take a little break. Be right back with you at the end of the timeout. And welcome back, as there's a handoff, I believe, to, who's that, number 18 on the Garfield roster. That's
Jason Finley, the ball carrier, gain of 2 yards.
Jason Finley, pardon me, on the carry.
Wyatt Scholl
Gets about 2 or 3 yards.
Second down and 8 for the midfield.
Second down and about 7.5. And the Garfield offense still led by Caminon. We'll try this one again as the clock ticks under 2 minutes here on a beautiful night for football. And Braylon Witherspoon on the near side has room to run. Will he win the foot race? One man to beat. Pushed out of bounds at about the 15. Fantastic foot speed and explosiveness for Braylon Witherspoon. Puts the Garfield Bulldogs back within red zone territory.
Gain of 32 yards. Knocked out of bounds by Calvin Hansen. Ball spotted on the 18-yard line. First down and 10.
And now, Caminon. Behind him, Marquay Davis. And there's the handoff, that's number 18. He's on the far side, he's going to the pylon, he's going to get in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They're running away with this one. My goodness, what a carry by Jason Finley on the far side. It seems like every single guy they get up, every single guy they get up can run faster than the next, and Jason Finley with a fantastic run to the far sideline goes down with a cramp beyond the end zone after scoring, but he'll be okay. Just needs to stretch that one out, hydrate. But my goodness, the Bulldogs ran away with this one in the second half. They'll put up 42 points after halftime. Surely one of the largest scoring halves of all this year for any team. Finn Terry, perfect so far today on extra points. Will take 3 steps back and 2 steps to his left.
Carry on to the point after attempt.
And look to boot this one back up as there's a fake extra point. I can't tell if that was on purpose or on accident, but it falls to the turf. Finn Terry does not get a missed extra point, but Troy Viga gets an incompletion.
With a minute 30 seconds remaining.
Couldn't tell if it was intentional or not. But if it was, they were really going for the jugular here, up by 42 late in the game in this one. And then now Finn Terry out again to kick the ball away. This should be the last drive of the game. Just need about 3 more plays. And this one should be wrapped up. A great effort from both sides. Very grateful to our hosts at Bishop Blanchet. They have been nothing but gracious, courteous, letting us make this stream happen, and we're happy to stream for you guys out there watching some Garfield football on a Friday night. Fantastic effort by the team, the players, obviously coming away with a big victory in this one. Really impressive effort from these guys. They got it done in all 3 phases of the game and took home a complete W tonight. I'm sure coaches will be happy, players will be happy. Bus back home will be jumping for these guys. So, really nothing more you could ask for. Obviously you want to start a little bit sharper than that, but once they got the ground attack going, almost unstoppable. As that kickoff is a little muffed. Will be received around the 15-yard line by Dash Schwagler, I believe, and taken to the far side, and he made a few men miss, but coming in with the tackle is, I believe, I don't know who that is.
Hans Horschelman with the return.
And that is not something we've heard before tonight, but it'll be Hans Horschelman, number 83, on the return for the Bears on that last one, pardon me. And out there, the person that made the tackle is not on our roster. We have a blank spot for number 14.
On the play.
Press box has given the tackle to Keandre Ashley, and I saw number 14. Not number what shirt he's wearing. Not sure what number he's wearing, but it's not the number he was signed on the roster. As my goodness, that play did not work at all for Dash Schwagler. He was met and dropped almost instantly. But this one is all but over, as Blanchet will wait for this clock to tick under 40 seconds. Run one more play, and we will say goodnight here from Bulldog Sports Journal. It has been nothing but a fantastic night, all night long. Very grateful for the guys alongside me here tonight. Jack, Cole, Bryce, very grateful for the help from them, and that should do it here at Mickey Naish Field. No need to run another play.
No gain on the play.
And just thanks for joining us here at Bulldog Sports Journal. That was a fantastic game. Go Bulldogs. They'll advance to 4-0 on the season and stay undefeated. That's status quo. They expected that. And say goodnight. 48-6.
And that's the ball game.
The Garfield Bulldogs stay undefeated. Impressive performance tonight all around, especially on the ground from the brothers Witherspoon. And we will say goodnight here at Bulldog Sports Journal. Thanks very much for joining us.
Good night. Drive safely and go Bears.